The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the raw and uncensored Ambitchious Podcast. I'm your host, the original HBIC, Katie Boyd. During our time here together, I will be instilling all of the strength, power, and determination you will need to use the very stones thrown at you to build your ultimate empire. We will redefine the word bitch from the derogatory to the acronym, being in total control of herself. So let's adjust our crowns and prepare to live life ambitiously. Oh yeah, here I am, the original HBIC Katie motherfucking Boyd. And today, this installment of the Ambitchious Podcast is all about attracting ambitious abundance.
I love it.
But over here on my right-hand side is my merkin, Matt Babine. Do you guys know what a merkin is? No. Do you know what a merkin is?
We know what a merkin is.
What is a merkin, Matt?
I don't know what it is. Could you explain? Because I have no clue.
Well, back in the day, the prostitutes, they'd have crabs, and they'd have to shave their pubic hair, and then they would wear pubic hair wigs.
Abundance of crabs.
Did you know this? Ed Sullivan, did you know this?
I did not know
It's
that.
a merkin. Matt's a merkin. Matt is a pubic hair wig.
I have no merkin.
For the Ambitchious Podcast. Hey, he said it before we went live, and I said, you put that name in my head.
Somebody, I think we were watching a show or something, they were talking about a merkin, and we had to Google it, and we were like, what the?
No, I always knew what a merkin was.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it says right here, a wig made to cover the pubic area.
See?
I remember.
So it was like back in the day when it was like Les Miserables times, when they were like, oh, you want to have sex with me for a tuppence?
I think I had to show Jeremy the merkin.
Did you show Jeremy the
One
merkin?
time I did, yeah.
You guys are perverts.
I had to show him what I was talking about.
Well, Matt's my merkin.
Do you think there are people who collect those?
Oh, absolutely.
There are.
100%. They're like, this merkin was from the 15th century and covered, Lord Lilypool's prostitute's vagina. Now I'm off. See, this is what happens. I just get crazy.
God. You are crazy.
All right, let me get through the friggin' ambituals, which is talking about our
Ambitchious merkins.
Ambitchious merkins. Hey, we could sell those.
Jesus, that's something.
I know a lot of whats that need them. Okay. I want to talk about our official sponsor, poor Ayana for Prada Lash. She has to go after the merkin situation. I'm sorry. I'm apologetic for this, Ayana, but she is our official sponsor of the Ambitchious Podcast, Prana Lash Skin and Hair in Milford, New Hampshire. Ayana and her staff are absolutely amazing. And if you reach out to Ayana by going to www.pranahairskinlash.com and you tell her that this ambitious witch sent you over to her, you will get $100 off your microblading. Matt, you need some microblading on your head. Do you know that they do that?
Really? They just
They'll microblade your whole head. That would hurt so bad, though.
I'll just keep shaving. I'm all set. Meaning for a head. I mean, I can understand microblading your
We should get a merkin for your head. We should shave all the hair on your back and make it a little wig for the petit chapeau on the top of your head.
I would look beautiful with that.
You would look gorgeous.
I think I'll keep my hair the way it is.
Oh, my God.
Lack thereof.
Secondly, I ask you to please take part in the Ambitchious movement by sharing this podcast on all of your social media. Tag me, #Ambitchious on your Instagram stories. And don't forget to go over to iTunes and give us a 5-star and written review. We will be forever grateful from the bottom of our little black hearts. You can also follow me on Instagram at Katie Boyd Ambitchious. And I am going to now read, because someone was nice enough to go on over to listen to us and what we ask, and go on over to iTunes and give us a 5-star written review. And it is Keeping It Real, Pow Pow. I am Sophia Moon. The podcast is exactly what I need in my life. It's just so honest and authentic. I love how your personality, T's, she put in parentheses, really come through and make me laugh, think, and grow. Please keep it coming.
That's awesome.
Sophia, get on over to themisfitclub@gmail.com and tell us, hey, what's up, girl? And I'll give you a $100 gift certificate to use towards anything KBMC related. Last but not least, I want to remind you of a few things coming down the road. We have our next installment of the Ambitchious Business Mastermind coming down the pike. We have the Ambitchious, the book will be coming out soon. We're going to be doing a full book tour and Ambitchious Masterclass, and we have some incredible retreats coming up as well. So to find out more and keep in the loop, go to www.kbmfc.com and sign up for our free weekly newsletter. And then check out our events page and sign up for something awesome that is going to take your life to the next level. Like I always say, if you want to have something you've never had before, you have to do things that you've never done. The fucking end. Okay, assholes? Let's do this. All right.
I'm ready.
So I am a huge proponent of practicing the art of manifesting abundance. And abundance doesn't just have to mean abundance of money, because I think a lot of people, they hear like the word abundance and they think like wealth, like monetary or material abundance. And it's not the only thing that you can manifest an abundance of. And I think a lot of people, and you can tell me to go fuck myself, Matt, but I know I'm right, is they like watch things or they listen to like the Secret, or they read the book The Secret, and they're just like, oh, if I just like think about what I want, it'll just come. And I'm like, bullshit, that's a lie, a blatant lie.
Yep.
Like Britney Spears says, you want a hot body, you want a Bugatti, you better work, bitch. It's all about working it. So getting out there, doing the work, manifesting, and I'm going to teach you guys how. And Matt is going to chime in every so often and cough his balls off. Go ahead. Just get it out. Just get it out.
I just got out.
Okay, good. Moving on.
I'm ready for the rest of the podcast.
All right.
That
So
was
you ready?
my one annoying thing I had to do for you today, and I'm really happy. God forbid I have allergies. This is
I am
the
going to
allergy
light
season.
a big pile of shit in a paper bag on your front doorstep. Oh, I can't do that because it's also my front doorstep.
That would
Fuck.
be good.
All right. Listen up, people. Abundance is a serious thing, even though Matt Babine is not being very serious about this right now.
I'm very, very serious about it.
So you're all about abundance too, right?
Absolutely.
Who do you think's better at it?
Me.
What?
Yeah, I'm so abundant. I have you.
That's very true.
Right?
That's very
how can I
true.
not be abundant? I have you.
Did you always practice manifesting abundance?
No, I worked really, really hard, but when I kept working hard, and then I started practicing actually where I was focusing my thought and attention, and then my working hard started to really pay off because I started working a lot smarter than harder. And be like, okay, where can I get the best bang for my efforts? To how many people can I serve today? And really be able to dissect my day to be able to make the most impact.
And you said one thing to me, because we are huge readers of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. I've read it since I was about 13 years old. And every time I start getting back into the groove of like busting my balls to work, you always say to me, Katie, it's not work your ass off and grow rich. It's think and grow rich.
Correct.
And what I think that means to me is to grow rich in anything you desire, whether it's love or money or freedom or whatever. You have to vibrate your mind and your thoughts and your words and your actions at the same vibrational frequency as the exact thing that you want to attract into your life.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're going to give people 5 ways to do this. And we can obviously talk about our own stories with abundance, but I think giving people good concrete steps to do this will help them a lot. Because I think that a lot of the things out there right now are not telling the whole truth.
No.
They're just saying little bits and not really the whole entire picture.
Right.
Right?
And I've never met anyone who didn't work hard and was able to manifest anything.
Right.
I mean, you have to put the work in.
You got to do the work, but you don't have to kill yourself.
No.
Right?
No.
Because a lot of people that work very hard and they don't have shit.
Right.
Right?
They're working in the wrong areas.
Yes.
Basically.
Absolutely.
I hate to say it, but they're working in the wrong areas.
You know a lot of people like that.
Oh my God, yeah. Absolutely.
So if hard work actually equated to wealth and abundance, there would be a lot of really wealthy people in the world, because there's a lot of people that work their asses off.
It's figuring it out. It's not working harder. It's actually figuring out what creates abundance.
Absolutely.
In life. Yeah.
So just so you guys know, every morning when Matt and I get up and we do our rituals, one of our rituals is we both read our abundance statements, right? And if you want to know about abundance statements, check out Think and Grow Rich. It was written in 1937?
Yeah.
So if you can get over some of the sexist, racist shit in that book, because it was a different time. It was a different time.
1937, and it was during the Depression.
But even Oprah said that's one of her favorite books, and she's read it
12 times.
Yeah.
12 times, and goes back to it over and over again because the concepts are so real.
Right.
How things work is in that book. And it's funny because a lot of people didn't want him to write the book.
No.
And because it was like the rich people were like, I don't want to write this book because
Giving the secrets away.
we shouldn't be telling them how to do these things. And we shouldn't be explaining to
It's
everybody.
just like meditation,
But
right? Meditation was only for the hierarchy in India,
hierarchy,
not the,
right.
the people that were like lower caste. They didn't want them to know how to meditate because they knew how powerful it was to manifest.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So every morning we get up, we say our abundance statements. And not only do we say these statements, but we do the things that we're going to talk about in this. So let's start. You ready?
That sounds good.
So the first thing that I want you guys to do when you're trying to get in the vibe of manifesting all that you desire is begin with gratitude, right? So how can the universe send you more of what you desire if you're not already grateful for what you already have, right? Beginning and ending each day with gratitude is one of my top 5 most important things that I do on a daily basis. I know that this is super important to you. So I either state them in my mind's eye when I'm laying in bed in the morning and before I go to bed at night. And then I also, when I'm journaling in the morning, so I'm having my coffee, I'm doing my journaling, I also write at least 3 things in my journal that I'm grateful for. And I don't just write them and, I feel them. So when I'm writing it, I actually feel the feeling of gratitude because I think what happens is we get these like fancy planners and they're like, write 3 things you're grateful for. And you're like, my car, my home, and my husband. And it's like, and then they just keep writing the same shit every day for like a year.
Right.
And then you look back and you're like, no, you got to go deeper than that. So like even saying like, I am so grateful for the fact that I have running water in my home. Or that I can just like walk into my bathroom and take a piss in the morning. Where most people, like we were watching the show the other day with Bill Gates, and one of his crusades is he went over to South Africa and he was realizing that a lot of these people were going to bathrooms in like literal holes in the ground. Then they would have to dump all the waste in these like big buckets, and then they would take the buckets and they would literally dump the shit and piss into the water supply of the village.
And the reason he went out there is because all these kids, all these people were dying from diarrhea. I mean, diarrhea. I mean, it was ridiculous. But when we saw the conditions on the documentary, it was amazing. And
incredible.
What a great guy and mission.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, thank God for him. He saved millions of people already from what he's already done.
So what he did was he created this kind of like a race, like a competition, who could create a self-cleaning toilet.
Cost effective, something where it can be built over there, energy efficient. It was pretty amazing.
It was incredible. So like the person that actually won the competition made a toilet that actually self-composts and then burns the waste as fuel to fuel the toilet flushing. It's like
really cool.
Genius. Really cool. But when I was watching this, I was like so emotionally moved by that because I'm like, wow, we take so freaking much in this Western world for granted.
Yes.
So much. Even like that we don't have to like die of diarrhea.
I mean, I always knew, I said, if you're born in the United States, you've already hit the lottery.
No, absolutely.
Just from
so
those
true.
things.
So the first thing of your day is starting with gratitude. Saying it when you're laying in bed, the things you're grateful for, writing it in your journal, and then also at the end of the night, going to your gratitude again. Because if we can be in a vibrational frequency of gratitude all the time, no matter what is happening in our day, we might get aggravated or overwhelmed or stressed out or whatever, but always going back to your gratitude, that is how you start to raise your vibrational frequency to one of abundance. And I'm going to use money for an example, but you say like people who are billionaires, they're vibrating at a billionaire's vibrational frequency.
Sure.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Just like people who are very poor, a lot of them are vibrating at a lower frequency. They're not always going to their gratitude. They're not always living in that moment.
Saying that I'm grateful for things, but actually feeling the gratitude. That's the number one thing, is to feel the gratitude. And I remember one time, you have to be so on top of this stuff. I mean, even one time you corrected me because I had change in my pocket and I just put my change.
I corrected you?
No, corrected me, or kept me on point. So I put the change in my thing and I just kind of threw it there. And you were like, babe, how do you expect that you're going to make or attract more money if you don't respect the money that you have, no matter how small it is? And I'm like, you're right. And I was like, wow, that was really.
And what's my favorite thing to do with change?
We put it in a beautiful jar. right, in our bedroom, and then we wrap it.
No, who does
you
that?
You wrap it. I don't wrap
One
it.
of my favorite things I think is so relaxing is, and I used to do this when I was a little kid because I had a Coca-Cola bottle that I used to put all my money in, and it's like therapy. So I take all my money and I put it in like all the different types of money. So I'll put my quarters and my dimes and my nickels and my pennies, and then I'll put them all in rows and stacks, and then I'll put them all in the paper. That's why I'm so fucking rich.
Yes,
because I appreciate the little money.
Little money that makes,
but the little money makes the big money.
Yep.
Right.
What do we have? Like $500 or something like that.
Yeah.
And
he just like kept throwing his change in this thing, and he was like, throw it like. And who wants fucking pocket change?
I know. It just
like
falls
Scrooge.
Well, you know something? I got a negative association for pocket change because one of our first dates.
Why?
I think we went to this.
Oh my God, we went to Alvin Ailey, the dance.
Yeah, Alvin Ailey, the unbelievable, incredible dance team or whatever you would call. And I'm sitting there, and it was like intermission or something, and I had change in my pocket. All of a sudden, during the quietest time, the change just fell out of my pocket, and it was like ching, 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 ching. And Katie was like, what the hell is that? I go, I don't know. I think it's my change. And then I heard some woman go, oh my God, my pearls. I'm like,
she thought her pearls broke.
Her pearls broke.
We were in that kind of place.
It was that kind of atmosphere.
She was like, oh my God, my pearls. And she clutched her chest. And I was just like, no, it's my husband's 25 cents falling out of his pocket.
And you're like, will you stop the change from falling? I go, I can't. It's where I'm sitting. It's sliding out of my pocket.
Oh my God.
So I think you gave me a negative association with change.
Shut up. Don't fucking blame me on that shit.
But you brought it back. You changed you changed it back.
So gratitude for the little things.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be I'm grateful for my yacht. I'm grateful for my Lamborghini. No, I'm grateful for the little things.
Thank God I'm stepping out of bed today. You know, I get to look over and my wife is there, or my little puppy is healthy every day.
Yep.
And, you know, it's a sunny day, whatever it is. I mean, you feel the gratitude because you can't get more abundance in your life if you're not appreciative of what you already have.
Absolutely. The second thing is state what you desire in the first place. So I always tell people the universe is not a mind reader. It will only send you what you command it to send you, correct? And then you have to get your vibrational frequency to get up to that level also. So when I read my abundance statement, I start off my abundance statement every day. Well, I say, I now command my subconscious mind to align itself with a precise energetic vibrational frequency that mirrors the exact desires, goals, and aspirations that I am about to affirm. So what I'm saying is, listen up, universe. I'm going to say some things. These are the things that I desire. These are the things that I'm going to work really hard for. These are the things I'm going to like serve and help and educate and empower so many people. But this is what I want in return for this. It's not a mind reader, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And so many times is like people beg for shit. They beg the universe. They beg God. They beg whatever higher power that they believe in.
They ask for things that they should be able to procure themselves.
Right.
So you're going to have to get up and do the work. You're going to get it. I want to have, you know, an unbelievable body. I got to do the work.
Got to go to the fucking gym. Got to eat right.
You know, like you said, you got to work, bitch. Oh, you got to, you know, I want to be able to have this particular position in my career. Well, you got to do the work.
Yeah.
You got to put the time in. Or maybe you don't want that. Whatever you want, you have to.
And don't you think people are looking
action?
People are. You said something the other day. I was like, yeah, it's so true. I didn't think about that. People are always looking to do the least amount of work for the most amount of whatever, money or whatever.
Right.
And that's just not how the universe works. They say if you help 1 million people, you'll be a millionaire.
Correct. But I think everyone, including, I think a lot of Americans have it really backwards. You become successful from being successful.
Yes.
The money comes after.
Yeah. The money's the byproduct of the success.
If I have 1,000 people, let's say, in my karate studio that I'm servicing and I'm doing the best service, the money's going to be there because they're not going to come for free because it's an exchange of energy.
Right.
If I'm doing it with the healthcare business, it's an exchange of energy. So do the service first. Everyone's always looking for the money first and say, where's the money? Where's the money? Well, no. Serve.
That's one of the biggest things I teach in my Ambitchious Mastermind is like everyone's just like their hands are always out.
Set your company up the right way.
Bullshit.
You know, do it with, you know, I want to do this for 2 years. No, this is something that I'm going to be involved in. And I'm creating a life, and I'm creating a lifestyle around it, opposed to, you know, I do this for 2 years, and I got to get a quick buck, and I'm going to turn it.
Oh,
you know, I mean,
turn off.
You know what it is?
Yes.
Most people want to go harvest before they've even planted seeds.
Please, preach. Preach.
I planted a couple of seeds yesterday. Where's my meal?
What the fuck? It's so annoying.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
It's so
That's
true.
awesome.
Well, that's what Tim Story was saying the other day. We were listening to the Tim Story impact theory.
Yes.
And he was saying you got to work your land.
Yeah.
You gotta plow your land. Then you gotta put the seeds down.
Mm-hmm.
Then you gotta water the seeds. You gotta hope that there's sunlight, and then you can reap the benefits. But people they want to.
And if you stop paying attention, it's all going to die in the meantime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you still got to stay on top of it.
Yeah, well, which is like the distractionary piece of it too. Which, when you're creating abundance and you're constantly distracted, like I can't tell you how many people that are like, I coach that they're on like this great trajectory, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so awesome. They're going to kill it. They're going to like live their best lives. And then I see them and they're like, oh God, I was just so distracted for the last month. And I'm like, every time we allow ourselves to be distracted by, like you said, letting our crops go to shit, right? Not weeding, not like procuring, things hit shit hits the fan. And then you're like, then you just keep circling the drain. You just keep ending up right back to the same space that you're at. And that's why so many people in this world are living mediocre motherfucking lives.
Right.
And then looking at people like us going, oh, well, it must be nice to be you. And I'm like, last night I went to bed at 8:00. Right?
Yeah.
Matt came in, he goes, you're already in bed. I go, I am so fucking tired. I feel like I had a train ran on me all day.
But Katie, you're so lucky.
Matt just got that.
Katie, you're so lucky. Not everyone has the luck you have.
Oh, God, please.
She's very lucky.
I am so lucky.
Because she has me.
Fuck that. That's some bullshit right there. No, luck has nothing to do with anything abundance-wise or attracting and manifesting any of these types of things.
No.
Right? If luck had to do, man, I'd be dressed up in a fucking leprechaun suit right now with my pots of gold.
Me too.
So state what you desire. You have to tell the universe what you desire and stop begging. Stop being like, oh, please, God, if you just do this for me, I'll do this for you. No, it's not a quid pro quo. You command the universe to send you what you desire. And then in the meantime, work, bitch.
Work your ass off.
Exactly. Number 3, you have to feel it in every fiber of your being. So many people that I coach, they write these abundance statements, and then they write what they desire. And then when you read your abundance statement, first you command the universe, like, this is what I desire. And then you tell the universe that this is what you're going to give it in return for what it's going to give you.
Yeah, because
it's a two-way street.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So you tell the universe, okay, and this is what I plan on giving back to you to attract this wealth and abundance or whatever. And when you say what you're giving, like, so for instance, like when I say my abundance statement, I say, I actually have 15 items. I'm not going to name all of them, obviously. I don't want to bore you. But one of the things is education through the Ambitchious podcast, educating, empowering, and entertaining people. Because I know that through this podcast, I'm going to reach mass amounts of people.
Yes.
Because people are going to love what I'm doing. They're going to share it. It's going to become viral. Yeah. This is how the world works nowadays.
They love Maddie B.
Oh my God. Poke my eyes out with hot pokers, please. But you have
to. They want to listen to my words of wisdom as well.
You're a wet blanket. Shush. I'm trying to make a point.
I understand. I am too, actually. But
that's God. So you just say it. You're like, oh, I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to do that. And then they don't really mean it, and they don't say it with all the emotion. So when you're saying what you're going to give the universe in exchange for what it's going to give you, you have to not only say it, but you have to visualize it. You have to feel it. You have to be it. Right?
And when adversity comes, you have to have the persistence to push through.
Yes.
Because all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's starting to come up almost like, Mr. Ed Sullivan was talking about. You got to go out and water it every single day.
Yes.
So it starts to sprout up just a little bit. Oh, it's coming up. Oh, this shit's not working. I just better go back to the old way I was doing things. And then that sprout starts going down again. And then you're constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down, and not getting the result because there's no perseverance. It's not like, for the next 5 friggin' years, I'm not going to stop until I get what I want.
Yes.
For the next 5 years, I may change which route I'm going, but the goal is X, whatever that goal is. and you keep pushing to that goal. Now you may get to the goal from all these other different directions, and you may look like, we talk about
squiggly.
people think that success looks like the straight line from the bottom to the top, where it's all the squiggle lines. It's all over here and I'm over there and over there. But that's the perseverance.
Yes.
Those squiggle lines are the perseverance.
Right.
You can't stop until you get your goal.
So when Matt and I read our abundance statement, at the end of our statement, we actually will visualize each other's success. So I'll say my statement. I will visualize my own success after it's done for like maybe a minute. And as I'm doing that, he's also co-creating with me and visualizing what my success looks like to him. So for instance, like I'll give you an example. When I say my statement, at the end, I close my eyes, and I usually say my whole statement with my eyes closed anyways, because I have it pretty much memorized. But I close my eyes, and what I see is, and this is true, and it brings literal tears to my eyes, and I can feel like my whole body vibrating. I actually visualize myself being off on a wing at this like beautiful theater. And Oprah's on stage, and she says, "The ambitious one, Katie Boyd." Okay, and I hear her say like Boyd, because you know how Oprah always says that, right?
Yeah.
And I like walk out on stage. I can see exactly what I'm wearing, what my shoes look like, how my hair is done, and then I hug her, and I feel all her juicy body. And then she goes off stage, and I have my little lav mic on, and I look out, and everyone's standing and clapping for me, and I can see every person's face in that audience. I see the spotlight coming down, and I feel that shit like I am there, because your mind does not know the difference between that being real and not.
True. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
What do you visualize when you do your little thing? You just eating copious amounts of chicken parm and never getting fat?
Yeah, I have. I'm down in the North End, and I'm working.
He's got a cigar hanging out of his mouth.
I'm walking through what now? That is actually really abundance. I love that. I like to do that every now and then.
Yes, we know.
But,
what do you visualize?
No, I visualize just the home that I'm in, the people around me who are in the home with me. Having an unbelievable feeling of peace, not wanting for anything, not looking for anything, not searching for anything, just feeling like I have everything I want, and the job that I'm doing, the work that I'm doing is right where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like perfect for me, because I just want to be able to do what I love.
Yeah. I visualize something so different for you.
With you. What do you visualize?
I see you doing your online programs and helping like millions and millions of children, and I see like the whole show.
Yeah.
Because you are like the Mr. Rogers of the martial arts world.
I am.
No, I know
I'm
you are.
going to tie my sneakers, but in karate we don't wear sneakers.
No. You just pull your cup up a little bit.
I pull my cup a little bit. Don't kick me in the balls today, kids.
Exactly. Number 4, stop making fucking excuses.
Stories we tell ourselves.
Excuses.
It's raining today. How am I supposed to start my company?
God.
It's what else is a good
My ass
excuse?
is itchy. How could I possibly do the work?
Well, I'll wait for Christmas is coming, and I don't want to start anything during the holidays.
Cooked in the squat.
And then it's okay. Well, spring is here. Now I probably want to go and work on the garden.
This is so it.
And then summer's coming. It's July.
Time to eat clams. Trying to eat my fried clams. Get my drink on.
And before you know it,
it's back. Kids going back to school.
Kids going back to school. Can't do that. It's very busy. So
Halloween's coming.
Oh shit!
Done. Thanksgiving's coming.
Nothing gets
Christmas.
Done.
I gotta go Christmas shopping. This is people's lives. This is what I fucking hear every day. My clients come in and they're like, "Oh, I just can't start that diet this weekend because I have this party to go to," and I'm literally like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
And then the party goes, and then what happens next week?
3 weeks to the party, you could lose 20 freaking pounds before the party comes.
I just can't.
Right.
So when we make excuses like this, you have to understand that it's all fear-based, right? How many times a day does this happen to you? You hear excuses?
Oh, absolutely. So many excuses. Just do it. Listen to Nike.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Art Williams, who was this incredible, I think he's still alive. Art Williams.
I'm not sure.
In the 80s, though,
I hope he is.
Sold life insurance.
Cool. Yeah, so life insurance.
He sold life insurance, and he like made, I don't even know how many hundreds of millions of dollars selling life insurance.
In the 80s.
In the 80s, which is like crazy. And he has this whole speech. If you want to go on YouTube and just search it, it's Art Williams, Just Do It. And he goes on, and he's just like, oh, Art, I'm going to do this. Okay, just do it. And he's from the South, obviously, so I do a Southern accent. But like, he just is like, every excuse, he hits every excuse. And at the end, every time he just goes, okay, do it, because it's true.
Yeah,
doing it is what makes the things happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So stop making fucking excuses.
And it doesn't have to be perfect doing. Sometimes doing something and not having it all mapped out is a lot better than waiting until it's. How many people do we know that map it out perfect and the other guy's already gone and done it? Right? Or the other person's already gone and done it.
Like the garden.
Right?
We know someone that wanted to do a perfect garden, like a vegetable garden, and they mapped it out and they did the dimensions and all the shit and what plants go with what because the companion planting and all the shit.
By the time
fucking
it was done,
4 years, there's no damn garden.
4 years. It was January. You're not planting anything now.
No, but it went on for years and they never did the garden.
No, the garden
and every time they talk about their garden, I'm like, will you shut the fuck up about this garden already?
What was a great saying that we were talking about? It was something I think you said.
Of course it was. It was great. I said it.
Messy action. Take messy action.
Yeah.
Just freaking do it.
Right. And I have to say that to myself sometimes because I am a perfectionist because I have so many issues. And my perfectionism will keep me from doing the executing on the shit. Yes. But there's a part of me that I have to keep saying, if I don't do this, what will happen? And how will I feel if I don't do it?
That's the best question. And you have me because I'll just say, Kitty, it's done.
Gumdrops.
Put it out.
I'm so lucky. Last but not least, add values to others. If you wake up every day in service to others, you will always experience wealth, happiness, joy, and abundance. Is that not the truth?
Absolutely. And you're going to feel you're going to feel great too.
Wake up to serve. You know, in the morning when I get up, I just talk to God, my higher power, the universe, and I just say, use me to serve and help as many people as I can today. And I'm not just saying that because I think that that's what I should say because that's what's going to help me be more abundant. I mean it with all of my heart.
And that's when you're actually in what do you call it? On the beam
or
in the groove
Absolutely.
or right on track where
Absolutely.
you need to be.
Totally.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks for this today.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was wonderful because I was here.
Say that again. Yes, that's true.
Thank you to each and every one of you out there in Ambitchious Land for being crusaders to this ambitious movement. And like I always say, see you next Tuesday.
Good job.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.